Well, it took 44 games in the last day of the regular season, but he finally did it. Jared Triolo hit his first home run of the CCBL season, and what a home run it was. Jared, take me through that at-bat and take me through what was going on in the dugout when you got back in.
Well, really in that bat, I was just trying to find the barrel and put a good swing on it because my 2 at-bats before that weren't too good. But when I actually before I touched third, they were already giving me a hard time, and when I got in the dugout, they gave me just the worst time. But it was great. It's all fun games. Is
there a specific guy who just gives you the most attention on the team and just like is a comedian in the dugout, really bugging you?
Well, Susie's there, and Andrew Frege, he told me he wanted to come out and go next to Harvey and give me a high five when I was running third, so that would have been pretty funny.
Jared, you barreled up a lot of baseballs this summer. You were in a bit of a cold stretch for really the last week, but has that been a result of maybe being sick and missing a couple of games, or what was kind of the issue there, and how have you turned things around recently?
Yeah, I mean, it's just baseball, I feel like,
Sure.
Wasn't really getting the right pitch to hit, or I was getting the right pitch and I was hitting it right to somebody, so I don't know, and my family came, so that kind of helps.
It helps.
That always helps.
Now this offense is really, really clicking right now. The last 2 days you guys have put on a show. How confident are you going into the playoffs this weekend?
Well, we just got rolling, so I mean, I'm excited. I feel like everybody else is excited, so we'll see what we got.
You got a prediction for us?
6 games, 6
Braves
wins.
And 6? Wow,
Braves and
6.
I like it. Now, last question for you, and then we'll send you on your way. When's the next home run for you?
I'll be trying.
There we go.
I'll give you that.
That's all we can ask. Well, Jared, thanks for coming on as Tomahawk Talk's last guest as the Wareham Gatemen fall to the Bourne Braves today. Awkward handshake there from Jared Trio, but it's all good. It's all good. We're all about smiles here on Tomahawk Talk. But thanks for coming on, Jared. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, we just had Jared Triolo on in the last game of the regular season. He gets the home run, and a lot of Braves got a lot of RBIs today. Score is a lot to a little. Actually, it's 12-5. But Justin, how has this Braves offense really heated up these past couple of days?
Well, the at-bats have just been tremendous, and everybody's getting hot. You have Triolo, Hanna, Schreiber, Radzowicz was awesome yesterday. Prado's been great since joining the lineup. There are too many names to even bring up on the show. Grant Williams is continuing to do what he's done all season. It's a great sign for this Braves team going into the playoffs. The confidence, at least on the offensive side, has to be very high, maybe as high as it's been all year.
And then, Kyle, I want to talk to you about how these Braves have developed. Is there something that is different about their breakfast cereals, or is there just something that's been brewing in the dugout lately to have all of these at-bats? Because in the past couple of days, not counting yesterday, but in the past couple of days, we didn't see a lot of at-bats from a lot of these guys be successful, but the pitching matchups were. So how does that kind of transpire to the offense in this situation?
Well, I think it was kind of a perfect storm for the Braves. They come into a home-and-home against the Gatemen, a team that has been really struggling as far as pitching goes, and really as far as wins go over the last 10, 11 days. But for the Braves, it was just kind of a culmination of A, hitting the ball hard, and B, putting together good at-bats. We've seen it, the Braves, multiple times this summer have games where they'll be on for a little bit and then immediately turn off and maybe bring it back later, but just the consistency really wasn't there. Tonight, these last 2 games, 25 runs from an offense. That's not just 1 or 2 guys. You can't put up 25 runs with just a couple guys. There was a full team effort tonight. Justin summed it up really well. Everyone's getting hot at the right time. You saw Kevin Radzowicz, a guy that has had really limited opportunities to make starts, act like he's been at the plate all summer. You got guys like Triolo that hits are finally starting to come around. Schreiber's starting to bring it back up. I mean, Hanna, Palacios. There's so many guys you can bring up over these last 2 nights. So the combination of facing a team that's struggling and just making sure you put together good at-bats, simplifying things, putting the ball in play, the Braves are getting rewarded for their approaches.
Well, normally at this point in the show, we usually do our top players of the game, but we thought we'd spice it up a little bit since it's our last Tomahawk Talk here for the regular season. So we're going to do our top 5 moments of the summer. Kyle, I'll turn it over to you for number 5.
Well, number 5, I think, Blaine, has to go to Ryan Feltner against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Typically during the summer, you'll get a guy that, finally has one outing where he really proves that he's about to be a force to be reckoned with on the Cape. Last year was Brennan Little. This year, Ryan Feltner. An outstanding performance against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, making Jake Mangum look silly, one of the top batters in the game. Shut down, 3 straight strikeouts, and from then on, Ryan Feltner solidified a closing role and really became one of the most dangerous arms in the Cape League.
At number 4, it's Nick Johnson coming in against Hyannis with the bases loaded and nobody out in a one-run game. He came in, got out of that jam. The Braves went on to win that game, and it really set the tone for the outstanding bullpen the Braves had all season.
Well, 1 home run is better, but 2 is great as Zach Susi takes both of these deep against the Harwich Mariners. And in the name of Nick Johnson's home runs call, hasta luego, pelota, no, 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 no.
Coming in at number 2, it has to be the 3 walk-offs this season, Kyle. You have the Schreiber one in his first game as a Brave, Grant Williams on July 4th, and then nobody loves anything more than a walk-off wild pitch.
Yeah, you got that right, Justin. You had a lot of fun with that call. I think you called that one as well, so I got to give you some credit. Maybe slip you in with an honorable mention, but 3 big walk-offs for the Braves, and Scott Schreiber, of course, doing it in his first couple days as a Brave. Grant Williams has been good all year, really. There's just an exclamation mark on a great season.
And then coming in at number 1, it was featured on SportsCenter, and we'd like to thank the Chatham Anglers for supplying this footage as Andy Atwood goes deep and tumbles over the wall in order to wrangle in this ball and keep the lead down to a minimal. The Braves would lose this game in the end, but Atwood making the highlight catch of the summer throughout the Cape Cod Baseball League. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to Tomahawk Talk through the wins, the losses, the home runs, the wild pitches, the strikeouts, and everything in between. We enjoyed watching the Braves this season, and we enjoyed all the baseball that we've seen. So for one last time, he's Justin Galanti, he's Kyle Kirchhoff, and I'm Blaine McCormick, and thank you for watching the last Tomahawk Talk ever from Spillane Field.